Welcome to today's video, Titus 2 verse 11 explained. For the grace of God that bringeth salvation hath appeared to all men. The Apostle Paul wrote his epistle to Titus while urging him to strengthen young congregations on the island of Crete. Verse 11 opens a beautiful doctrinal section that spans verses 11 through 14, focusing on grace, the appearance of Christ, and the transformation of believers. Titus was surrounded by a culture known for deception and excess, so Paul begins by directing attention to the grace that rescues and reforms. First, the grace of God. Grace is the unearned, unfailing favor of the Lord toward a guilty world. It is God acting for our good when we had nothing to offer in return. Nobody can purchase this favor through law-keeping, ritual, or personal merit. Grace stands in contrast to works-based religion and crushes pride, because its source is God alone. Second, the phrase that bringeth salvation shows what grace accomplishes. The same divine favor that spoke worlds into being also carries deliverance to humanity. Salvation here means rescue from the penalty, power, and eventual presence of sin. Grace does not merely offer helpful advice, it actually brings the gift within reach. The verb bringeth pictures grace as an active messenger running toward us with new life in its hands. Third, hath appeared points to a historic manifestation. The Greek term behind appeared gives us epiphany and pictures sunrise. Paul refers to the incarnation, life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. In Bethlehem, grace dawned in a person, on Calvary it shone brightest, and through the empty tomb its light still spreads. Since grace has already appeared, nothing else is required to save us. Fourth, grace has appeared to all men. The focus is not on universal salvation but on universal offer. Christ died for the world, and the message now crosses every border, inviting every nation, tribe, and tongue. No social class or moral record is excluded. The same sunlight that warms a palace also falls on a prison yard. Wherever people dwell, grace extends its invitation. When anyone believes the gospel, the benefit becomes personal. This verse steadies every believer. Our standing with God does not rise and fall with daily performance, for it rests on favor already revealed in Christ. It also drives mission. Because grace appeared to all men, we share the gospel without favoritism. When conscience points out failure, the same grace trains us to live godly lives and provides strength to keep going. The words likewise kindle hope. The grace that once appeared will appear again when Jesus returns in glory. Until that day, we live in a bright interval of grace-fueled expectation. We look back to the cross for assurance, out to a needy world with the message, and forward to the restoration of all things. One short sentence thus sweeps from first advent to final consummation and calls every listener to trust, worship, and proclaim.